Hi guys, it's Chris at Cork and Crown, back in my cider shed with some more cider to try. We're going back to Welsh Mountain Cider today. We're bopping between them and Nightingales, which are two totally different producers in two very different locations. It's quite interesting to do it that way. So I've got a tweet there, hope you like that. So let's get on with it. What we're going to do today. So here it is. It is the Pippin Pet Nat 2020. So interesting in the sense that, it's, let me read the label first. A single variety pet nat style cider made from late harvested Cox's orange pippin. On the nose, hawthorn, buttered toast and ripe apricot. On the palate, aniseed, demerara sugar, black pepper and gunpowder. The upfront fruit acids, waxy apple skin flavours and surprisingly tannic backbone are nicely balanced by the creamy mouthfeel of the soft foamy bubbles. This natural cider is bottled, unfiltered and matured on the leaves for a fuller flavour. Cool. So pet nat, again, 100% juice from it with native wild yeast, unfiltered, pasteurised, blah, 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 done that. Pippin pet nat, so bottled before the end of fermentation. So it finishes the fermentation, the bottle gives you bubbles. Keep saying the same things, but that's what happens. If you don't know, then I'm going to have to tell you. And so Pippin, so Cox's orange pippin, very much associated with Kent actually, which is where Nightingales are. So Pippins were originally from France, Pippin or something they were called, brought over, and then the term and planted I think primarily in Kent as well, and then became associated with like really fine flavour and good keepers as well. Anyway, good flavour, subtle, delicate, interesting, and one of the most widely planted apples in this country, I think, still. So let's see what happens if you plant them in Wales, put them in with wild yeast, leave them on the lease, and do pet nat, shall we? Yes, please, Chris. Okay. So, a little bit of fizz. There you go. See a little bit of bubble coming up, can you? Can you? Well, I can. Let's pour it out. Interesting flavours on there. Now, it's interesting because I haven't got the greatest sense of smell, and I'm not a super taster. I don't want to be a super taster because most people aren't super tasters. So what super tasters taste, most people can't detect. So it's almost meaningless to them. It's like telling somebody who's colourblind what red is. It's like I don't know what you mean. I haven't got a clue. But I do know good stuff from bad stuff because I've worked in food for 26 years. So yeah, just because I'm not a poet or whatever doesn't mean I can't tell good stuff from bad stuff. I have to say, the stuff from these guys is really interesting so far. Really interesting. Let's look at the colour. Where's my thingamajig? It's right next to me. It's a hazy gold. That's it. Hazy pale gold. I'm looking at that sort of lemony sort of colour to it, actually, rather than gold, But yeah, unfiltered, gentle sparkle. Let's smell it. Oh, nice nose. It is round, rich. There's an apple there, but it has got zippy acidity. It's got like it smells like it's got bracing acidity. Smells a bit like, makes me think of refreshers. Lemon refreshers a bit on the nose. Another tweak. Should have turned that off. Never mind. Yeah, it smells like a green sort of character to it, but also there's almost like a sherbet element in there as well, I want to say. Gunpowder? Don't know. Yeah, it smells of gunpowder. I actually don't know. Let me just recheck that. Black pepper and gunpowder. Demerara sugar, aniseed. Did I get aniseed? Maybe a hint of aniseed. Give them that. Black pepper. There is a spiciness to it, so I'm going to give them that as well. Yeah, I am actually. Nice descriptions on the back of there, but I'm getting like a lemony sherbet character as well. Let's try it. Nice mouthfeel, lovely bubbles. The bubbles are bang on. Just the merest prickle. I love that. It's actually got a nice mouthfeel. It's got a creamy texture in the mouth with those gentle bubbles. There's that kind of like acidity. It's a gentle acidity, so it's not as acid as I thought it was going to be. It's a gentle, I want to say lactic, like a very gentle yogurt acidity, I want to say. But it's quite rich and creamy almost. I really like this. I really like this. feels kind of austere, but at the same time there's a richness to it. And there's a skin-like quality to it as well, which I do like, I must say. There's no obvious... It kind of feels like aged apples, but it has a freshness about it as well, which makes my brain not know where to sit with it. But it all adds up to something that's quite creamy and round and rich with a lovely balance of yogurty acidity in the middle. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, that is a nice cider. I do like that. Yeah, man. The nose is actually... It's very satisfying. There's not loads of different things going on in the mouth, but what's there is really satisfying. It's a lovely texture. It's a lovely, gentle, round acidity. Kind of like that rich apple character in the middle. Maybe a hint of like a stone fruit character in the middle as well. And the nose is quite complicated. There's different things going on between the nose and the mouthfeel and the flavour. Really, I really like this cider. I really do. I really like this cider. It's great. Yeah, hint of spice on the nose. Cool. This is a good cider, I have to say. 6.7%. So reasonable amount of sugar in the Cox's Orange Pippin, despite the sort of relatively high altitude. So what, 1,500 feet in the Welsh Mountains. You know, it's not the hottest part of the world. They're getting decent sugars in there. They're getting this up to 6.7%. They're not adding anything whatsoever. Yeah, that is a really interesting cider made from a single variety eating apple. It shows what you can do with eating apples. That was I didn't have high expectations of this, I have to say, because it's single variety eating. I was like, you know, expectations blown out the water. I actually really like this. Really like this. And there's a lovely ripe, round, creamy thing on the palate, which I think means you could drink this any time of the year. But also on a hot day, you could really enjoy it as well because of the acidity that it's bringing to the party. Really nice. I feel like it's bone dry, but it's giving me the perception, because it's quite round, that it's not like a sharp, mouth-watering kind of citric kind of malic acidity. It doesn't feel bone dry, even though it is bone dry. You know, it's lovely, a lovely, lovely cider. I would pour that out for absolutely anybody. I love that. I love that. Well done, Welsh Mountain Cider. Excellent, excellent, excellent. All right, gonna pour some more out. So there you go, guys. That was a good one, wasn't it? So there you go, Welsh Mountain Cider. That's the third bottle from those guys. 3 more to go. Going back in time, that was a 2020. I cheated a bit and jumped to a 2019 because I wanted to try something a bit older. But the one I tried actually could have done with another couple of years because the tannins are still quite aggressive. And actually, the guys at Welsh Mountain Cider sent me a really cool, long kind of thing on social media about that, saying that the thing that would be absolutely brilliant in like 2-3 years, for the reasons that I kind of said, I think it could round out a bit the acidity and the tannins, but they felt there was something going on now that was worth, you know, that it was good enough to release, and it was worth exploring. But yeah, it would be a keeper. Anyways, kudos to those guys, brilliant. All right, there you go. As always, guys, thank you for joining me in my shed. I hope you join me again. But until then, cheers.